Salakia. Salakia. I figured I was going around a minute on my phone. I figured because I had a lot of videos on here. And alright, let's read. Let's go to 31. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 31. For the Lord Yahweh, thy power is a merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy father, which he swore unto them. Right? So he swore these things unto us, man. And he's revealing it back to his promise that he made to our fathers through the apostles. And it's happening. It's showing forth through prophecy that when only way you're gonna get to it is after these prophecies, when all these things are fulfilled and he destroy our enemies right before our eyes, because we can't destroy these damn motherfuckers. These motherfuckers are harsher than motherfuckers. They got all types of power. Everywhere you go, Ashasha was in charge. You got other motherfuckers that's helping them, that's holding them up, because they can't. Esau can't do this on their own, you know. And this to show you that the great power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, and he's merciful unto his people. And he got, this is gonna go into it. No, it's for, right, verse 32, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 32. For acts now of the day of the days that are past, which before thee, since the days that God created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there have been any such thing as this great thing is, all have been heard like it. No, it's nothing. He's going to get into the point where all the great things we saw as a nation when he brought us out of the land of Egypt, man. And what's happening now for us, man. There's nothing great like this that's happening. It was nothing. Every time we was running down, getting ran down. Look, this is 2021. This is 2020. It's so much controversy happening around which they trying to hide. They trying to keep it. They hidden. They don't want to they don't want to make it about it. So they have to secretly do something. They have to secretly attack us. Do slandering our names. Do put rap music out. Drugs out. Making drug dealers, murdering. And that's even part of the great thing. Because for those things that happen, if you're not in the sound mind of this doctrine and understanding, you would look at that like, oh, that's just regular shit. No, that's all orchestrated, man. Against you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the hopeful elect could see it now. And this is how this is being orchestrated. And because there's so many other people saying, oh no, these people are the true people of God. Not you Jews. Not you this, not you that. Not Joe, not Joe's, man. It's ours. That's our power. This is our power. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans, this belongs to you. So just read this verse again. For acts now of the days that are past, which before thee, since the day that God created man upon the earth. It's nothing been like that time. But this time to come, it's gonna be greater than that time. This salvation ain't gonna be nothing. It's gonna be the talk for generations on how we get scooped up out of here, man. All these great things that's been happening. And it was just so great that when you have to respect experience, man. You have to look at it like when you see other individuals, other men talking this shit, and they didn't come at you with how the apostles came at you with meekness, with true love, reproof, rebuke. Open rebuke is better than a secret love. And how you grabbed it, man, that's how you know. That's how you know the Lord has been talking to you through these men. You know? we got other camps, they out there, right? But what have they been doing in between the gaps that they disappeared? The apostles have not disappeared. Like I said, the only way you didn't see them is unless YouTube cut their shit off. And what just happened recently? I didn't really pay much. I was at work, so I really wasn't. I ain't had no service anyway during those hours. They said that the internet was shut down yesterday or something like that. I really know. That's why I hate being stuck at work. You know, in a damn building somewhere. They don't want you to have service. They don't want you to have your phone. Damn devils. You know. So I really didn't know until I heard some damn the internet was blown out. I mean, the YouTube was shut down. See, that's the family of the word, man. That's how you know. And ain't nothing else YouTube was made for but to push this word of Yahweh Shemel Shah. And that's another great thing that's been happening. That's been flourishing, man. And think about it. Brothers, that's been it's global. What years ago, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 years ago, the brother that interview said, Geometrics went global. That was great. Great Millstone, one of the greatest things, went global. Right? So it's a lot of things, a lot of miracles is happening. That's a miracle, man. That's a miracle of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Right? So, yeah. You know, they got that internet scripture. Things is beautiful, man. And hey, I brought this was clear. Right? It says, which were before thee, since the days that God created man upon the earth. Acts from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there has been any such things as this great thing is, or have been like it. Ain't nothing been like our power, man. Our power has shown so much great mercy through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemel. The Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah has risen us from the death of the dead, man. He gave us life back, man. That life is these words, man. He put this right back in us, right before the eyes. It was another verse, man. Yeah, what was that? Psalms chapter 40. I can't remember where it was at. Oh, man. Oh man. It was so many verses leading me to these verses. If I could find that verse, I can't remember where it was at with that. I want to find that verse because that's what's happening. And he's doing it right before our enemy's eyes. And that's why these things is happening. It's not a coincidence. You know? It's just, they see it just like we see it. But they might see more. I'm telling them satellites is up there. They got those big telescopes. They see them ships clear as hell. They clear as day to them. But we just see just mere images and clouds and stuff, and little lights in the sky. They can see the name on the chariots, Yahweh Shemel Shah, in the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash. I know they can see them ships look like they got whatever's on it, they can see the faces in it. Ain't nothing that made that old man say, they was dark men. They were big black men. That old man said that. What is that Camelot show? And that lady, blonde lady, and that old man was shit. They would come out talking shit when they old. They won't talk that. They won't tell the truth when they're young. They have a lot to lose at that time. Their families, you know. The only reason they still alive is because they didn't tell nothing. You know, when you get old, they can tell everything they want. That's how you know Yahweh Shem. They ain't got no fear for Yahweh Shem outside. Right? Sheesh, really? Slovakia. What was that? Something just happened to my damn phone. say this, did that. Oh man. Oh boy, I lost my train of thought and I lost my spot. What just happened here? Give me a minute, Salah here. That was crazy. What was that? Was that Jody? Oh boy. And as you can see, I lost my spot. I was it knocked the phone right in the fucking depths of nowhere. Guess wasn't. Um, was it Deuteronomy chapter? It was Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse. Just go back. Let's see what 30 says. Okay, I think it was 30. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, got it. That was funny. That was it. The point. All right. It says, whether there has been any such thing as this great thing is, or has been heard like it. No, they couldn't imagine. Apostle Gabal said that. He said, hey, somebody said that back when they was out on the highways down 44th, I think, that some white individual, might jumped out of the car saying, how did y'all get this information? This is, we pay millions of dollars so y'all won't get this. So y'all won't get this? Damn. Jeez, man. Come on. What are you saying, bro? Did, verse 33, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 33, did ever people heard the voice of Yahweh speaking out of the midst of fire, as thou hast heard and live? Man, that was those chariots, man. That was Yahweh speaking to us, man. We had those moments, man. Moses speaking out, hey, man, it's gotten greater. And it's getting, you know what, it simmered down, but it didn't go away. The fire didn't go out, it just dimmed down. And then it starts growing. Now it's flaring up, man. Now it's happening. That means it's leading up. It's going to take, adversity is fire. Issues, trouble, tribulation, that's fire. That's hard life. That's hell. That's a situation. That's a condition. See, it don't have to be a burning fire. It's a condition. We're gonna be pushed subject. We're gonna be tribulation, temptation, all types of things. Well, that's fire. Adversity. People gonna get killed. That's hardship. Man, that's hell. That's some serious fire. Or have God. So I was trying to pronounce this word earlier. This is a civil word, but we still wanna make it clear. Assayed. Alright. Hold that. Let's read it. Or has God essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation? And that's gonna happen again. By temptation, by sign, and by wonder, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terror, according to all that the Lord Yahweh your power did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And he's doing this before the 2/3 eyes mainly. He's doing this for us before the 2/3, because there's 1/3. Al-Ratazah one is man. You know, Al-Ratazah. Just for this truth, but I'm hoping to get the fuck up out of here. You know? And he's giving us this knowledge, and we be claiming this in front of this. We be claiming his covenant, and he's giving us back the remembrance, and he remembers us too through the apostles. That's how you know, because they really stuck to it, man. And I am so proud to have them as our leaders of the congregation, and it's just been beautiful. right? And they showed us the way, man. And they showed us people that we shouldn't follow. Listen, they might know. They might know they Israelite. They kudos to that part, right? They doing that part. Yeah, the warrior rushing outside, but it has to only be one beacon of true light. Can't have it all, you know, right? It's like what happened with Moses and the individuals that got swallowed up. It couldn't have been two lights. Or we both going. We gonna go this way, and you go that way, but we gonna be the same light. No, Moses said, if the Lord, he said, it's going to be a new thing. It's going to happen. The earth going, it's something going to happen to you. And if the Lord's with y'all, it ain't going to happen. If the Lord's with me, it's going to happen. That's what happened with Moses, right? Okay, so it's the same thing. Ain't nothing new about it. It's just, either the Lord's with you or he's not. He's going to be 100% with you. So there you go. So what are you saying? All right? So, yeah. By temptation, by sign, by wonders, by war, and by the mighty hand, and by the stretched out arm, and by great terror, according to all that the Lord that your power did for you in Egypt before your eyes. He did these things for us, man. All right. He did these things for us, man. So I was just like, wow. And I was all over the place for a second. And the Lord, I think the point was that he is showing his power right now through a batch of men. And that batch of men is Great Millstone. So I guess that was accurate. This is accurate. So that was a question the Lord asked you. Now that hey, these things then you should know there's a prophet among you. You're gonna know that the Lord is dealing with one batch of people. There can't be two batches of people. Cause how you gonna walk if you don't agree? How you gonna walk together? Somebody gonna have to be lying. You know? And you know, because I'll read this last verse. Slovakia, now if I was all over the place, I mean it was a spirit, man. Alright? Alright. I'm gonna read this last verse right here in this chapter. Because I went that way. You know, let me back to these verses, because these verses is where I got that precept from. But I read all this down, right? And I was like, wow. It's the Lord's it's going to be a miracle. A miracle have to be shown, and those that get up out of this through that miracle is the ones. Alright? You got to get up out of here. You can't be stuck here when the missiles is hitting the floor. You getting bombarded by 200 million missiles, and you still on the soil. You're not the one. Okay? You in those chariots, then you the one the Lord's dealing with. So that's case in point. And you can't go around it. And he's going to do that right before the righteous men's eyes that he's dealing with. Alright? Verse 35. Unto thee it was shown that thou mayest know that the Lord Yahweh he is God, and there is none else beside him. So now I was just like, wow, that I didn't even get all that. I just read this now, just the icing the cake. So I know the video was kind of long, but that was just the spirit. And I was just like, wow. Now I'm saying wow. But when I was reading other things, that clarified it, man. That the Lord got to be dealing with one batch of people. He can't deal with everybody. He ain't give this covenant to everybody. And he's not going to forsake his men that truly, truly love him, do his work, do his covenant, and do humbling to him. So, Salakia. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah, Bashim Kakudash, the water Yahweh Shem Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim. Shalom.